years ago, the England women's football team achieved something incredible. In front of 87,000 fans at Wembley, they won Euro 2022 and in doing so secured England's first international title since 1966. For those players on the pitch, for those players who've gone before, it was a hugely significant moment. For the fans, it was memories that will last a lifetime. And 3 years on, it's still talked about.
That's when we first really got interested in the Lionesses and the women's football.
Winning the Euros, it boosted it a lot, made it more popular and stuff.
That's when I really got into football.
Like girls can play as well.
And I've come to England's training ground, St George's Park, to meet someone who knows all about what it meant to win the tournament. Recently retired goalkeeper Mary Earps. How did it feel right at the end when we'd done it?
Hard to put into words, really. So many different emotions. I think at the final whistle I just cried my eyes out.
Me too.
Yeah, it was just so emotional. It felt like years and years and years of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, but then, yeah, massive celebratory moment, and to do it at home.
And you've changed the lives, certainly, of young girls when we talk about the legacy.
Winning in 2022, we earned a lot of respect. For me, the most noticeable difference is the level of participation. And we wanted to make sure that girls had equal access to PE, and that was really important. But also see the young kids, boys and girls, coming through who remember that day and took a lot of inspiration from it.
With Euro 2025 coming up, once again, all eyes are on the Lionesses. So Morning Live spoke with fans on their way to England's final match at Wembley before the tournament.
I feel confident we'll win. Yeah.
Really excited?
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to win?
England! Hopefully we can keep that crown on our heads.
I think they're really inspirational because I think since winning the Euros, I think there's really good people to look up to.
When I'm older, I would like to be a goalkeeper like Hampton.
A shame to hear about Mary Earps retiring, but again, with the youth coming through, quite excited to see what happens.
As well as those up-and-coming talents like Grace Clinton, Aggie Beever-Jones and Michelle Adjumang, fans can also expect to see returning 2022 champions Lucy Bronze, Leah Williamson and Beth Mead. Their success is something the squad hope to replicate this summer, particularly as winning at this level helps speed up growth at the game's grassroots. Since 2020, there have been over 500,000 more opportunities for girls to get involved in football, something midfielder Kira Walsh has seen firsthand.
I just think the opportunities are there now, and we want the game to keep growing. For the girls in the north, I think at the time there wasn't actually that many centre of excellences, there wasn't that many academies, and I think there's definitely a lot more opportunities for girls to just actually go and play, and it doesn't necessarily mean to be a professional, but just have the opportunity.
In March this year, England Football and Barclays Girls Football Schools partnerships came together to run the biggest ever football session, where schoolgirls could play together under the watchful eye of former England and Arsenal legends Ian Wright and Rachel Yankee.
Keep it close, don't go fast. Just take your time, that's better, so you can get used to doing it. Keep it tight. Yeah, keep it tight.
Orange one there. There's a little red one there. Orange and blue. Okay?
77% of schools now offer girls equal access to football, but it wasn't always like this. Something Kira can relate to.
My best friend at primary school, his dad ran a local team, so...
Girls team or boys team?
Boys team,
yeah.
And I just went down and played there from the age of 5 to about 11. And then the FA had a rule where you had to stop playing when it was like 12 years old with boys. I was actually quite gutted when I had to leave the boys team because it was all my best mates were there and it's all I ever knew really, and I didn't really know much about women's football and I didn't know how you could progress into the national team at the time.
Cara trying to back it to Beever-Jones. She has! Beever-Jones squeezes it in!
Thankfully, those days are behind us and have paved the way for younger players to be integrated, like 21-year-old Aggie Beever-Jones.
I was quite lucky, obviously, being brought up in the Chelsea academy system and watch a few of the games. I'm so grateful that I was kind of brought up in that system at Chelsea.
When you got that call for the senior international women's team, what did it feel like?
It was obviously such a moment which I've been dreaming of for a little kid, and then for it to finally happen, it was obviously, yeah, I was so delighted. And then obviously it's just that anticipation to get onto camp and kind of show what you can do and hopefully impress.
Here in training, the younger players can learn from the more senior squad members.
The philosophy the girls have here is it's the highest standard. We want to be the best, and obviously being Euro holders at the moment is such a big title to fulfil, and obviously that's the aim for this year.
And with the tournament just around the corner, the players won't have long to wait.
I think it would just mean everything. I think watching them do it in 2022, I just thought I want that to be me.
For some of the younger players lucky enough to be picked, it will be their first major international tournament. But whatever happens this summer, one thing's for sure, the Lionesses will have the backing of the fans all the way.
I think they'll do really well. I do. With the youth coming through, with the experience, that nice mix. We're excited. We're excited for it.
I think we still have a good fair chance of getting to the final and hopefully winning it.
This England team has nothing to prove though, having achieved a feat which had eluded the country for almost 60 years, becoming champions.
It's been a brilliant day at St George's Park, getting to meet a lot of the players, see some familiar faces and some new faces as well in this squad ready ahead of the European Championships. But I have absolutely no doubt that every one of those players, come July, the European Championships in Switzerland, are going to be ready to go out there and defend their title.